County teacher who's now behind bars charged with cruelty to children. According to an incident report from the sheriff's office, Sharon Benson was arrested after smacking a student in the face 2 times on January 6th to get the student to wake up. This happened at Lamira Elementary School. The report says the student fell asleep in another teacher's classroom, was pushed into the hallway, and felt Benson poking their chest lightly multiple times. The victim says they then felt a slap on the side of their face, fell to the floor, and hit their head. Sumter County School District says that she was placed on administrative leave on January 7th, and she resigned 3 days later.
Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again, hit y'all another video. Hope y'all having a very great day. Hope y'all having a very great week. My day is going absolutely marvelous. Big shout out to all the channel members and subscribers of the Trey King Show family. And much love to each and every last one of you all. And you all, we have a story out of South Carolina by way of Sumter County. And big shout out to everybody in the great state of South Carolina. Everybody inside of Sumter County. Now, before I start this story, I want to send a special thank you out to my channel members and also to my subscribers for sending me this story. And also, keep these stories coming. And you all, I want you to put your thinking caps on today, and please let me know, what do you call an assault in the state of South Carolina? Listen to this right here. Now, if you have a teacher or any adult that hits a child so hard, we talking about a small child now, a child that go to elementary school, as in this case, this happened to be Lamira Elementary, this incident took place at. Now, if you have a child who get hit so hard by an adult, slapped across the face, is that considered an assault? Or would that be cruelty to a child? Because it seemed like to me that should be classified as an assault. And that's the incident that took place roughly on January the 6th. But the news did not release this information until a few weeks later. Now, also, the person that's in question, the person that's a suspect, goes by the name of Sharon Louise Benson, 69 years old. Now, you would think somebody that's 69 years old, a woman at that, would have better restraint. But shame on Lamira Elementary, shame on Sumter County Police Department, even though they did come and arrest Sharon Benson a few days later. But it's the details to the story that is quite confusing.
The report says the student fell asleep in another teacher's classroom, was pushed into the hallway, and felt Benson poking their chest lightly multiple times. The victim says they then felt a slap on the side of their face, fell to the floor, and hit their head.
And now, family, I'm sure that you all heard the news reporter in the beginning of the video when she started stating these different misleading terms. And I'm not blaming the news. I'm blaming the damn school. I'm blaming the police department also, because I don't understand how you all can say in one breath that the student was asleep and the teacher slapped the student to wake him up.
The report says the student fell asleep in another teacher's classroom. The victim says they then felt a slap on the side of their face, fell to the floor, and hit their head.
Think about this, though. Think about this. And we all adults, right? Now, just think if you were asleep and somebody hauled off and slapped the living hell out of you. How many slaps would it take for you to wake up? You get what I'm saying? Like, how many licks would it take to get to the top, to the bottom of a Tootsie Roll Pop? You get what I'm saying? Now, if somebody slapped the living hell out of you one time should be enough to do what? Wake your ass up. So why slap a person twice, as in this case what Miss Sharon Benson did?
According to an incident report from the sheriff's office, Sharon Benson was arrested after smacking a student in the face 2 times on January 6th to get the student to wake up.
And what makes it so cold, family, all of this was captured on camera. Now, the story goes that this student was inside of another teacher's classroom sleeping.
The report says the student fell asleep in another teacher's classroom.
But ask yourself this, family. Why would Sharon Benson get involved if the student, the key word, was inside of another teacher's classroom? Why couldn't that teacher take care of the student situation her damn self? Why couldn't the teacher handle that all by herself without Miss Sharon Benson coming across the hallway attacking the student? Think about that now. And also, the news never stated to us what's that teacher's name and also what grade the student was in, because all of that would make sense. Because it seemed like to me that the student was inside of Miss Sharon Benson classroom, but they trying to say and put it off on another teacher. But notice, they never released the teacher name and also the grade the student was in. Now think about this, family. What if you sent your child to school one day and your child come back home with a knot on their head?
The victim says they then felt a slap on the side of their face, fell to the floor, and hit their head.
Because as the story goes, Miss Sharon Benson slapped the student twice so hard that the student fell and hit the concrete floor and hit his head. And that's how the student wound up in the hospital a few days later. But I want you all to answer this for me, family. Why would a teacher get involved in another teacher's business dealing with another teacher student. Does that make any sense? We're not talking about a middle school student. We're not talking about a high school student. But we all know one damn thing. You don't put your hand on nobody's child, especially a small child, period. Now, why they charge her with only cruelty to a minor, I do not know, because it seemed like to me that she should have been charged with assault. And the details to the story are very crazy, family. But listen to this. The incident took place on January the 6th, where we have a student, an elementary school student, who goes to Lamara Elementary School, who was said to be asleep inside of another teacher's classroom.
The report says the student fell asleep in another teacher's classroom.
Now, they say that the student was pushed in the hallway, as you all can see.
Was pushed into the hallway and felt Benson poking their chest lightly multiple times.
Who in the hell pushed the student into the hallway? Was it another student, which I doubt very seriously, or was it another teacher? And if so, what's that teacher name and what grade does she teach? And also, how in the hell did Sharon Benson know the student got pushed inside the hallway? And also, family, why would Sharon Benson go into the hallway and start poking the student and end up slapping him? Now, does that make sense to you? Because it damn sure don't make no sense to me. Now, January the 6th, we have a student who was said to be sleeping inside of another teacher's classroom. And the story goes, the student was pushed into the hallway. And now, once the student was pushed into the hallway, that's when Sharon Benson entered the hallway and approached the student. And they say once Sharon Benson approached the student, she started poking the student in the chest.
Was pushed into the hallway and felt Benson poking their chest lightly multiple times.
Now think about this, family. If the student is only asleep, guess what? He's up because he walked into, well, he didn't walk into the hallway. He got pushed into the hallway.
Was pushed into the hallway.
So that means it was no need to poke him or even assault him. You get me? Because the slap and the poking came after the student was pushed into the hallway. And now remember, family, the story says that he was pushed into the hallway because he was allegedly asleep inside of another teacher's classroom. But unless he's a good sleepwalker, I'm sure by the time he got up and was pushed into the hallway, he's already awoke. So there was no need for an assault. So the student was inside the hallway. Sharon Benson approached him, started poking the student, and then the story goes, that's when she did the unthinkable. Slapped the living hell out of this student twice across his face. Slapped him hard enough where the student hit the concrete floor. Ultimately, hit his head.
The victim says they then felt a slap on the side of their face, fell to the floor, and hit their head.
Now, once this incident took place, guess what? The school, Lamara Elementary, never notified the family. The family didn't find out till 2 days later what happened. And that's when Sumter County Police Department told the family what happened. And now, family, tell me this. How would you feel if an incident took place with your child at school and the school never contacted you and your child got assaulted? How would you feel? Would you not want to sue that school? Would you not want to sue that teacher also? Or even go so far as to put your hands on the teacher? And no, we're not up here promoting violence, but at the same time, we got to ask these questions because you just never know what some people may do in this day and age. Because who in the hell want their child hurt? Who in the hell want to be at the hospital with their child over an old angry lady getting mad? And the reason why I say that, because if you're already 69 years old, chances are you're going to make 70 this year. So maybe Sharon Benson been teaching a long time. And before you get that anger and start attacking students, guess what? Maybe it's time to retire. Why do some of these people wait forever to retire? Because if you're tired of teaching and you got to resort to violence and being violent with a child, chances are you need to go sit your ass down. But think about this though, family. Now, the incident took place January the 6th. Sharon Benson was placed on administrative leave January the 7th. January the 8th, that's when the police department made contact with the auntie and the child at the hospital. And now you would think by then that you would have an arrest. You would think by then some kind of charges would be filed. But no, none of that didn't take place till a week later. Now, on January the 10th, that's when Sharon Benson resigned. So let me ask you all this, family. Why do you think Sharon Benson was able to resign instead of Lamar Elementary School firing her? Why did they let her resign? You know why? Because in my opinion, I may be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think they let her resign so she can keep her damn pension when they could have arrested her the day of the incident. I don't know why the hell it took so long. So we have January the 10th, she was able to resign. Now, she did not get arrested, as you all see, until January the 14th. But when I look up the bookings in South Carolina, it says the 15th. So why would the news say she got arrested on the 14th, but then when you look up South Carolina bookings, it says the 15th? Now think about this. If you go rob a bank or you go commit crime, guess what? You're going to get arrested the same damn day if they catch you the same day. And guess what? The day you get arrested is the day that you're getting booked. So I don't understand why the hell they have her booked on the 15th when the news stated that she was arrested on the 14th. So let me ask you this in closing, family. Do you think the student that got assaulted was inside of Miss Sharon Benson's classroom, or was the student in another teacher's classroom? Because think about this also, like I stated earlier in the video. How would Sharon Benson have known the student was inside the hallway? How would she have known the student was asleep? And also, what teacher get that damn mad when they start poking a child in the chest and then ultimately end up slapping the hell out that child hard enough to where the child hit the floor? Does that make any damn sense? So what I'm trying to say is this. It sounds like to me the school is trying to cover it up. It sounds like to me the school dragged this out so Miss Sharon Benson can get her retirement because they let her resign. But shame on this damn school system, number one, for sitting up here not contacting the family. And also shame on the Sumter County Police Department for taking almost 10 to 11 days to come arrest this woman when you all already had the damn video. And also Lamar Elementary School, you all have cameras in the hallways. So you all had to see this incident take place on video. And you all still let this woman sit up there and resign and still gonna give her her full pension, her benefits. That's a damn shame right there. And if I was that child parents, guess what I would do? I would contact me a lawyer and I would promptly sue Lamar Elementary. And I will also sue Sharon Benson because she's the main one that needs to be sued. But shame on you for assaulting this child when the only thing you had to do if you're ready to retire, just go and retire. And I know some of y'all are going to say, well, Trey, these kids are bad as hell. This child only crime he committed was allegedly falling asleep in class. And think about this. How many times have we all felt asleep in class? And guess what? I did a lot of stuff in school, skipped school, had fights in school. And guess what? I may have got a pallet, but I never got slapped. But answer this for me, family. How would you feel if your grandchild or your child came to you and told them while they was at school and they happened to fall asleep, a teacher came and assaulted them, started poking them in the chest, and ultimately slapped the living hell out of them? How would you feel? Because I'm sure some of you all would not be saying, well, Trey, some of these kids bad. We don't know what the child was doing. Because every time I bring up a child in these situations, I don't know what it is now. It used to be that way a few years back. But people just so damn heartless now. They don't give a damn what they say. But how would you feel if that was your little child? I mean, let's be for real. Because nothing this child done warranted that. It was clearly overboard. She overstepped her boundaries, what she done. Anyway, you all let me know what you think about this story. If there's anything I may have missed or misinformed, which is not my true intent, please let me know in the comment section, or you can email me and we can talk about it more there. If you like the video, push that like button. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member. Also share the video with your family and friends. Till next time, you all stay blessed, and I will see y'all soon on the next Trey King Show. And guess what?